Because he has so much experience, he does practice. Well, I attend with him at the OKC practice there.
OKC
He
Tennis Center.
4 days a week. He works with Tony and myself. And so the best thing with coaching him and working with Tony is support. He needs that support to remind her to stay focused,
Sure.
okay, and to keep playing the way he loves. And so that's how I get him through all his sets and matches with a long day. Tennis is a long day.
Sure.
Okay.
Sure.
Um, and this is his first year playing with the school, so he loves it. I love it, and just being his supportive team, his
Gotcha.
team.
It's amazing.
So tell me the difference, William, between playing with USA tennis or
USDA.
UCA tennis versus how are you now as a freshman at Douglas, and what does that feel like playing against other high school kids at the school level?
It's kind of weird because at USDA you're kind of like on your own timing. Everything's more set, and like you kind of have like a background. You can look your opponent up and watch them play before you play them. High school is kind of different because it's like hit or miss. They don't know like exactly when you're playing, but it's
Sure.
good to stay ready, warmed up, and just ready for anybody across that net can get it. And that's
Gotcha.
just have that mindset going into every match. So
So, Mr. Woodard, side athletic director, I heard you speaking a little bit about just giving William so much credit. Tell me a little bit about what you know and just kind of what you've seen and experienced just from him being at Douglas and really initiating this tennis program.
So I'll tell you, William, he's a very respectful young man. When he initially approached me and told me his background and his desire to participate in the sport and represent Douglas High School, I was all on board. Again, finding the structure to get a coach, and then we get all of the other things that we needed to support him as far as equipment, gear. After we got him on board and signed up with the coach, we really started stepping up as a school, the district helping us out to get him the supplies he needs, the resources. And I'll tell you, he's been an amazing young man.
Wow.
I got to go out and see him in his first match this year, and he wasn't expecting me. I kind of surprised him out there, and when I showed up, he was like, "Am I in trouble?" I said, "No, you're not in trouble. Do your thing." And I was very impressed with his intensity and his focus out there. And he was doing his thing, and I was just there to support him, and I still support him now.
Now, is this the first tennis team in Douglas history?
So I'm a graduate of Douglas, and, I came out in 1992.
We're old.
Yes. So back then we did have tennis teams, but there hasn't been tennis teams here in the recent past. And
Gotcha.
so, and it's one of those sports, as we know, it's not attractive in our demographic typically.
It's expensive.
Yes,
Yes.
and then you have to have playing surfaces where you can go and practice and everything, and we don't have the facilities
Sure.
in our immediate area. So having a kid like William in our school who can go out and be an advocate for our school and the sport as well, I think that's great for all involved.
Sure. So, Coach, tell me, obviously you went to a school here in Oklahoma and near the city, in Del City, but tell me, what does it feel like for you being able to coach this young man? Clearly he has some talent and some ability, and so is this your first time coaching tennis? And then tell me what that experience has been like coaching William.
This is my first time coaching tennis. Coaching with William, it's a learning experience because when I have it wrong, he's right there to just guide me through. Like, so we're kind of there. Like, I keep him focused, and he's like, we're training each other at the same time. This is his first, year with a sport. And just seeing that even though he's limited on, like, his resources to play tennis close by the school, and I came where the school I went to, we had those resources. So just working with him and knowing that, hey, we can't do these things right now, but to get him to tennis center is just awesome to see
Cool.
him practice there.
So William, tell me what has been your best tennis moment thus far. That could either be in your outside organization, or that could be with Douglas. Tell me what your best tennis moment is.
the best moment I had this year was probably getting back because I took a little break, like a mental break from tennis, and when I came back, I felt more refreshed and better, and I had like more fire inside of me to go even harder. But the best moment I had this year was when I played an old friend of mine in the tournament. I lost, but like I pushed myself to the limit that I could possibly play it, and I'm just proud of myself. I didn't know that was in me to like just
Sure.
stay consistent and just do what I did.
So in basketball, I always ask these basketball players who come on this Metro Tech OKCPS coaches show. I tell them if they had to get a bucket, what is their go-to move, right? You know, they all got these crossover
Yeah.
steps. Yeah, if I was defending them, they wouldn't get off. I'm just telling you.
beat
But
that.
you tell me, what is it? What is the strength of your game, right?
Oh.
Is it your ground and pound? Is it your backhand? Is it your serve? You know, help me out with my lingo right
Oh,
now.
I got you. Like the strongest part of my game right now, I feel like is my serve and my forehand. Like if
I
I need to
agree.
get a point, I'm probably gonna hit like a pretty fast kick, and then step inside the court and use my positioning and not use my. I have a problem with like using my arm too much and like trying to just like blast it. I need to use my position in my body and hit a
Sure.
good shot and not a great shot to set my progressions to get into the net and finish the point that way.
Got you. See, look at that. Set your progressions to
agree.
get to the net. I just be running up there. The ball go right over my head.
Yeah, it's all right. We all make mistakes. It takes time, man. It takes time.
Well, with a fake shoulder, I'm not. Oh, well, okay, you all. So tell me this: who's your favorite tennis player to watch and why?
My favorite tennis player to watch is probably Coco Gauff, African American lady. She's amazing, and when I see her, it's like it just gives me a reason to go harder because she has like a fire inside her when she plays, and it's like no other. And I look up to her for real.
Gotcha. No, I think she has taken the tennis scene by storm, obviously being such a young girl and doing such a great job. So, Coach, tell me, what's the goals for the remaining of this? And I'm assuming tennis season just started since, you know, it's a spring sport. The weather's pretty good. So what does the schedule look like moving forward?
The schedule would be first place state.
Yep.
That's our goal.
When is your next match?
This
Hey,
Friday.
Friday.
This Friday?
All
where?
City tournament at the OKC Tennis Center.
Tennis Center.
OKCPS All City tournament.
Let's
8 o'clock.
We getting it in?
Yes.
sir.
Yes.
Now,
yes.
how do you just play by seed? Is that how this really happens?
Yeah.
It's based on a bracket.
I got you.
And so being that he's first place, so he placed second at the last two, and the last one he had was first place.
Yes.
So when we get to this bracket, he'll immediately be at the first place boys singles and then work his way.
Gotcha. Now, you're the only player playing on the team now, Douglas, but are you going to try to get you a doubles partner, somebody that can get out there? You want to play doubles at some point?
I don't mind playing doubles, but I mean, I want to like have a team
Sure.
just to like show people what it's like playing tennis and just
Absolutely.
like expand their mind. You know, it's more than basketball, football. Those are cool sports.
Absolutely.
I love hooping.
Yeah, yeah.
It's more out there than just that.
I promise I think that playing tennis is absolutely incredible. And I think you don't even know it, though, but you are probably such an inspiration to just the people and the students at Douglas who will begin to know who you are and just kind of the impact that you're making in the world of tennis. So, man, I encourage you to keep it up. So, Coach, athletic director, I'm coming to the coach. Who out there would you like to say thank you for helping Douglas athletics? And then, Coach, who would you like to thank? And we'll get to William last.
I'm going to tell you primarily I want to thank Cindy George. She's the assistant district athletic director, and Eddie Wright. They brought to my attention that we had a special kid over here who could really play tennis, and they were all behind me when I said, hey, I'm going to find someone that we can coach him. We're going to keep him at Douglas. And so I want to give them a shout out and thanks. Mr. Kevin Jones, our principal, I go to him with recommendations, and he has my back 100%.
Cool.
And I want to thank Coach Cruikshank as well, because without her, none of us would be here today.
Cool.
Yes, sir.
Thank you so much. Coach Cruikshank.
I would like to thank the Trojan family, my player, and the OKC Tennis Center.
Cool.
Okay.
What about you, William?
I would like to thank my school, Douglas, Ms. Cruikshank, First Serve, OKC Elite, all my coaches that have invested their time, just invested into my mom, my dad,
Sure.
my grandma, everybody that invested in me. I'm sorry. My
Now, do you have a desire to go to college to play tennis or
Yes.
some other sport? Just
Yes.
you want to desire?
Yes, I'm going to play college tennis.
Absolutely, man. I love the positive attitude, and so you do know that a part of that recruiting process is you can reach out to those coaches. You can send your information. You don't have to wait for people to call you or send you a letter. You can actually be the one who introduces yourself to them. So, man, find out what all those things are that you need to do, because obviously you got a great future in tennis. And listen, where can they come? Tell us where we need to go watch you on Friday.
OKC Tennis Center All City OKCPS tournament.
What time?
I don't know what time I play, but it
Listen,
starts
he'll
at
be
8.
there all day. Come
All day.
buy
I'll
you
be
some
there all day.
popcorn.
We start at 8:30. Yes.
8:30.
Well, listen, thank you guys so much for being here on the Metro Tech OKCPS Coaches Show here at the Chickasaw Bricktown Ballpark here on CBS Sports 105.3 FM. We'll be right back.
Oklahoma City, if you need a new car, truck, or SUV, come out to the all-new Barry Sanders Sports and Imports. The all-new Barry Sanders Sports and Imports has a great selection of vehicles to choose from, and they don't want you to prejudge your credit. You get the car that you deserve. It's the all-new Barry Sanders Sports and Imports, located at 9229 South I-35 Service Road in Oklahoma City. You can call them at 405-301-8550. That's 405-301-8550. Or you find them online at BarrySandersAuto.com. That's BarrySandersAuto.com for the all-new Barry Sanders Sports and Imports.
No act of kindness is too small, and to some, it means everything. It's in your power to prove life is truly a gift and not a possession to hide away. You have the opportunity to comfort the neighbors around us who deserve happier, healthier lives. At the United Way of Central Oklahoma, our partner agencies help thousands of children, adults, and families journey through grief, poverty, and so many struggles. So consider giving today at UnitedWayOKC.org.
Lanny went to college and racked up huge debt.
A little bit over $100,000.
For a degree he couldn't use? Now what?
I had a friend that went to my computer career and they talked to me about it.
He was done in just months.
I did do it online.
They even helped him get hired immediately after graduation.
One of the things I love about IT is that you can work from anywhere you want.
You could become an IT pro in just months with zero experience at My Computer Career.
It worked for me and I know it can work for you.
It's not rocket science. It's mycomputercareer.edu.
It's the NCAA's men's basketball tournament. Listen all tournament long to live games, scores, and more. Don't miss a buzzer beater or live updates and analysis. From Selection Sunday to the men's championship on April 3rd, we have got you covered. From the field of 68 to the Final Four, until a champion is crowned. The men's championship is here. Sponsored by ZT Cigars, Barry Sanders Sports and Imports, and H&H Shooting Sports on CBS Sports Radio, 105.3 HD1.
King C. Gillette is the modern man's answer to their facial hair, and with a complete set of precision tools, the King C. Gillette line offers the perfect fit for your beard style. There's the King C. Gillette Beard Thickener that strengthens the facial hair you already have while increasing the volume of each strand for a noticeably thicker look. And with daily use, it maintains thickness with a lightweight fragrance with the King C. Gillette signature scent. Master your style with King C. Gillette.
Be a part of your favorite CBS Sports Show now. Text your comments or opinions to 405-451-8089. That's 405-451-8089. We are CBS Sports Radio. CBS Sports Radio 105.3 HD1.
And we are back here at the Metro Tech OKCPS Coaches Show here at the Chickasaw Bricktown Ballpark on CBS Sports 105.3 FM. Brought to you by Perry Publishing, Kai's Concepts, Dick's Sporting Goods, Big O's Barbecue, Bedford's Camera and Videos, the Dodger Foundation and Impressions Printing. We now have probably my favorite sport, probably out of all, golf. Don't know why I'm terrible at it, but we have CLASSEN SAS at Northeast Girls Golf Team. We have Simone Shaw with Mary Bauer and the head coach, Neil Heel, who will also stay around for the men's golf team. So how are you all doing today?
I'm doing good.
Well, we're excited to have golf on the radio show. So, Coach, I'll start with you. Just kind of tell me how long you've been at CLASSEN SAS at Northeast and just how you got into coaching golf.
This is my 8th year at CLASSEN,
Mm-hmm.
and my 4th year coaching the team. They needed a golf coach, and I knew how to play golf, so that's how I got hired. And we started with 2 girls and 2 boys, and at the end of the season, only one of them had still stuck around, and then that's when COVID hit. And then the last 3 years, Simone's been with me, will be the 3-time All-City champion golfer. And Mary, she shows up 2 years ago.
Yeah.
And I had my back turned, and I was working with other girls, and I kept hearing the ball just because we were indoor. It just had a different sound to it than anybody else hitting. And I turned around and I said, okay, she's on the team now. We've got another starter here. And so these 2 are my 1 and 2 bags, and we're ranked 13th in the state right now. So
that's cool beans.
we need just a little bit of luck and a little bit of good weather, and we can make it state this year.
Cool.
And that'll be the first time, maybe in 50 years, CLASSEN girls have been to the state tournament.
Wow.
And so that's an accomplishment, or at least getting an individual. But we're really fighting for get the team in there because we've been all-city champs the last 2 years.
Gotcha. Well, so now let's go to the elder stateswoman, Simone. So tell me, how has it been now as a senior? You've been on this golf team for a while. Tell me how you got into golf, and then just tell me how you've enjoyed your experience here at CLASSEN SAS at Northeast.
So my sophomore year, I was in all online classes because of COVID, and Mr. Hill happened to be my A-push teacher, and he figured out I lived on a golf course, and he kept telling me, you live on a golf course, how do you not know how to play golf? So I decided, you know what, I guess I'll join the team. I got a beginner set of clubs. I came to practice, and 3 years later, I'm still here. I so love CLASSEN SAS with the golf team, with academics, with all the opportunities that CLASSEN has offered me. I've been there since 6th grade. I would not have wanted to go anywhere else. I absolutely love the community, the teachers, and obviously golf makes it so much better. Our team, I think, is almost 30 girls, or maybe even more than that, and it's just been so awesome seeing the team grow from 3 girls my first year to almost 30, maybe even more my 3rd year and my last year. So I'm just really excited to see what the girls do when I leave, and I just can't wait to finish out the season with such a good team.
That is pretty cool. So Mary, tell me, how did you get started in the golf, and how has your experience been so far?
My experience has been really amazing when it comes to golf, especially with the team. Coach Hill is definitely my favorite teacher and the best coach I've ever had. My dad got me started in golf, actually, whenever I was pretty little. To say that I started walking and he handed me a club is a bit of a stretch, but he definitely took me to the range and has some pictures of me as a little girl swinging that golf club. So, whenever Coach Hill, I showed up at high school and I was a little introverted freshman, and then I started hitting the ball into the net, and he turns around and is like, "You're doing something, okay? You have to show up to practice." So, yeah, I was definitely a bit anxious to start, but he made me feel right at home. So
Cool. So, Coach, you go from 3 to 30. What do you attribute that to?
We practice. It's just the kids they just love the opportunity, especially for the girls. It's an opportunity to go to college, and they've learned that. And we've spread that word out that we're getting college offers. I have coaches calling me, "Do you have any seniors?" And I tell them, "No, I'm loaded with." She's going to UVA for academics. But I've got a lot of girls who want to play golf, would love to play in college, and it's caught fire.
No, I think you fall in the category of golf, you either love it or hate it, right?
Yes.
It's either addictive to some, or others are not interested at all. Tell me, Simone, what is the one thing that really keeps you going back?
I think definitely golf is a frustrating sport, and I'm definitely a little bit of an impatient person. It's definitely
You might want to
taught me a lot
repeat
of
that for
patience.
those of us who really don't know.
Yes, it's a very, very frustrating sport, and it's taught me a lot of patience. And I think just the feeling of having a good game, a good hole, and really I think the team has made it really, really something that I want to continue. Just having such a supportive team in tournaments, in practice, having a supportive coach has made me want to continue the sport. There have been times where I question why did I join the team, but they definitely kept me going, and I'm so glad that I did.
What about you, Mary? What keeps you coming back?
Oh, it's definitely hitting the driver off the tee box. I think it's definitely that. I can't even lie. It's my favorite part, and getting just crushing a really long putt is my favorite part. Also, playing with Simone is absolutely amazing because she's such a comedian. Her facial expressions for every hole is so fun to play with. So yeah, playing with the girls and getting to joke around and just play and smash balls and help each other out is really, really fun, and tease each other sometimes.
Well, that's really cool. So, Coach, you coach boys and girls.
Yes.
Is there a day of practice where we got a little friendly boy-girl competition on the golf course?
That would be more for them. They do always want to know
These
the
guys
score.
over here smiling, though.
They want to know
There's some side betting going on.
They came in and said what they shoot, who scored higher, who did better. You know, like we had a girl today, she shot a 52, won the individual award, and of course, automatically, she did better than the boys. So it's that way.
That's pretty cool.
But it's fun. They don't get nothing serious there, but they just have fun with each other.
Now, tell me a little bit about the tournaments, right? So you've played in a few tournaments. Kind of tell us what that has been like for you, and then I'll have the ladies kind of share what their highlights have been.
Days usually start around 5:30 for all of us. We have to be up early. All of our tournaments are almost an hour away. So we have to be there an hour before the tournament because in my head we have to be there to warm up, get stretched out, get off the bus. So it's a long day for us to get down there. But then if we're playing as a team, they get to be joking around, have fun. But then they also do the normal route where they're going head-to-head with other schools. And that's where the competition gets in. And our girls have learned to hold their own. They're no longer afraid of playing the bigger schools or better players who've been playing for 8 years. And these girls, 2 years, 3 years. Most of my players, 6 months.
Gotcha.
So it's a long day, but it's a fun day for them.
Absolutely. So Mary, then we'll come to Simone. Tell me, what is that competition like, and what's your favorite course? But go ahead.
I think, my favorite course. I really don't know that I can answer that. I know my least favorite to normally play for sure, which is odd because one of my favorite courses to play is Lincoln West, and one of my least favorite courses to play is Lincoln East, and he knows that. And one of my last tournaments, I was like, "Where are we playing?" And he was like, "Lincoln East," and I was like, "Oh, coach, no." But what do I love about tournament? I love so much about tournament. I love getting to go out there and just walking around nature while getting to hit balls. The competition is definitely real whenever you're playing with other golfers, but it's also refreshing to have people that care that much about the sport as you do, especially because of the, I guess, stereotype of some golfers at school, especially at our school, don't take it as much serious. So whenever we get to go and play with golfers that take it just as seriously as we do, I think it really helps us grow and work harder at it.
Gotcha. Simone?
I'd say for the competition and tournament side of things, when playing kind of with other schools, it did affect me a lot as a sophomore. My first couple years of playing, I would let it get in my head. I'm pretty competitive, and Coach Hill would have to tell me, just let it go. But I think now I kind of take it as an opportunity to learn from these girls who have been playing longer, like Mary said, who take it serious, who have a future in the sport. And I just focus on my own game. If I have a bad stroke or a bad hole, I take 10 steps, I forget about it. And I just try to focus on my own game and how I can improve and learn from the girls around me. Yeah.
That's really cool. So do your parents play golf? You mentioned your
My
father does.
does.
What about you, Simone?
No, I don't think they've ever touched a club. They're right there.
No, I was just wondering if they give you any golf advice.
My dad has tried. It didn't go well.
That's always interesting. We as parents try to help. My kids are like, "Daddy, stop." So I don't try to do anything else. So Coach, tell me, how do your ladies and your golfers handle the academic rigor of CLASSEN SS at Northeast, along with being serious about their sports?
Luckily, and I have two teams, two varsity teams. I have an A-day team and a B-day team. So, like Simone's A-day, Mary's
A-Day.
A-Day, so they can only play on what is known as A-Days, Wednesdays and Fridays, and the opposite Mondays. And then I've got a B-Day team. And so that's given us a few extra experiences out there. But they, I have to manage her. Like, how many days can they be gone because of, the type of schedule they have. Mm-hmm. And it is very rigorous, especially, she's IB and she's in my AP class.
Yeah.
So, and we don't stop.
So tell me, I don't know that acronym he just gave, but you tell me what that is. Because my dog goes to class, and so she has to pick a study or something. So tell me what yours is, and then Mary, tell me what yours is.
So I'm an International Baccalaureate major, IB for short. It's a 2-year program. It's a diploma program at CLASSEN SAS. So junior and senior year, I've been fully integrated within the IB diploma courses. So I take 6 IB courses, theory of knowledge, and I get 1 elective. So it's college preparatory. It's a world education course. So it's definitely very, very rigorous. Constantly we're writing 2,000-word papers. We have exams at the end of our senior year. We have assessments constantly throughout our junior and senior year. So yes, it is very rigorous. It's our one side of the majors at CLASSEN, and it has been a little bit tough to balance golf, but I love both the IB program and golf, and so I just had to make it work.
Absolutely. And then obviously you're going where?
I'm going to the University of Virginia.
Absolutely. That is, congratulations.
Thank you so
Excited
much.
for you.
Thank you.
Mary.
Yeah. So I'm a drama major. So I'm on the VPA side of CLASSEN SAS.
I played Hamlet at Cambridge.
Oh, did you? Yeah, so with drama, you're required to take 2 of the elective credits each semester, and with that, you usually take about 2 technical on each your first 2 years, and then you start deciding whether you're going to be the technical side or the dramatic side. And I would say that it's definitely pretty rigorous because it's a lot to learn. Being in the drama department has really taught me about being able to talk in front of people and do things like this without getting all that nervous. So I think it's definitely a skill, and it's been a bit hard to balance with golf because of rehearsal having after school, but I've made it work because I usually take shows that are in the fall since this is a spring sport.
Sure. No, I think that's really important, right? It's this holistic approach. I know we only have a few moments left, but Coach, tell me 2 things, and then we'll have the student athletes share. One is, when is the next tournament? And then secondly, who out there would you like to say thank you to that has contributed to the success and the development of the CLASSEN SAS at Northeast golf team?
Well, our next tournament is Wednesday, Kingfisher. It's a big tournament with a lot of big name teams going to be there. And I think the administration just let me, do what we want to do, because we have a whole hallway that's just for golf. And they've let it be kind of nice. They sort of like there's a bunch of golf nets and golf clubs, but they've, Mr. McAdoo's done real well letting us do our thing and letting us compete all the time.
Cool. So Mary, who would you like to say thank you to for just helping you to become the young lady and the golfer you are?
Oh, well, definitely my dad for starting me on this road and educating me about golf scholarships so that I could start so early as a freshman. And probably my uncle Clint, because his father was a pro on a golf course, and he was a golf coach for a little bit there, and he's always helped me with my swing. And I think that's one of the reasons that I've really started to excel this year, is he's helped me get out of my head, him and my dad. So yeah, I would like to thank them.
Why is in your head such a big deal in athletics?
Well, especially golf.
Oh,
It
yeah.
just gets too many memories.
Need to have a short memory.
Yeah. I'm playing for nothing, and I'm in my head.
No, when that birdie goes to a bogey, oh no.
It's tough.
So tell me, Simone, who would you like to say thank you to?
I'd like to say thank you to my parents for allowing me to start the sport, buying me my first set of clubs, letting me go to all these practices, even though they have no idea about what golf is at all. And I'd just like to say thank you to Mr. Hill and the team. Starting out as a sophomore with such a small team and now having such a big support group has just made me want to continue the sport in my future.
Cool. Well, hey, we really thank you, Coach Hill and the CLASSEN SAS at Northeast women's golf team. You are listening to the Metro Tech OKCPS Coaches Show here at the Chickasaw Bricktown Ballpark on CBS Sports Radio 105.3.
your daily Black Health 365 moment. April is Autism Acceptance Month. This celebration serves to show support and acceptance to those living with autism. Where awareness tells us about autism as a condition, acceptance shines a light on real autistic people living real lives. By accepting autistic children and adults as they are and celebrating their strengths, talents, and contributions to society, we open the door to compassion and understanding. This has been your Black Health 365 update, because a healthy lifestyle is a daily choice.
I wanted to know why some people who get COVID-19 get it so bad. I found out it may be because they have a high risk factor, such as heart disease, diabetes, being overweight, smoking, and asthma. Even if symptoms feel mild, these factors can increase your risk of COVID-19 turning severe. So if you're at high risk and test positive, there are things you can do, like asking your healthcare provider if an authorized oral treatment is right for you. Learn about an option at treatcovid19.com. This message is sponsored by Pfizer.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along, which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ziprecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate through the site within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free. Just go to this exclusive web address, ziprecruiter.com/free. That's ziprecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Lanny went to college and racked up huge debt.
A little bit over $100,000.
For a degree he couldn't use? Now what?
I had a friend that went to my computer career and they talked to me about it.
He was done in just months.
I did do it online.
They even helped him get hired immediately after graduation.
One of the things I love about IT is that you can work from anywhere you want.
You could become an IT pro in just months with zero experience at My Computer Career.
It worked for me and I know it can work for you.
It's not rocket science. It's mycomputercareer.edu.
King C. Gillette is the modern man's answer to their facial hair, and with a complete set of precision tools, the King C. Gillette line offers the perfect fit for your beard style. There's the King C. Gillette Beard Thickener that strengthens the facial hair you already have while increasing the volume of each strand for a noticeably thicker look. And with daily use, it maintains thickness with a lightweight fragrance with the King C. Gillette signature scent. Master your style with King C. Gillette.
And we're back here at the Metro Tech OKCPS Coaches Show at the Chickasaw Bricktown Ballpark on CBS Sports 105.3 FM. Brought to you by Perry Publishing, Kai's Concepts, Dick's Sporting Goods, Big O's Barbecue, Bedford's Camera and Videos, Dodgers Foundation, Impressions Printing, and now we have with us the illustrious CLASSEN SAS boys golf team. We have Luka Dunnington and Jaden Ma. And back again, Coach Hill. How are you guys doing?
We're doing good.
Doing good.
Well, I asked Coach Hill a lot of the questions last time, so now I get to just focus on Jaden and Luka. So we'll start with you, Jaden. When did you start playing golf, and how did you get interested in it?
So I started golf about 2 years ago, and when I get into high school, my parents want me to, join a sport team. So my first decision was tennis, but one of my friends tell me that tennis requires a lot of running, and obviously I can't run.
Who says you can't run, Jaden?
Not for long. So and then he told me, hey, I joined golf. Hey, join with me, and golf doesn't require a lot of running, and it's a fun sport. So I give it a try, and then I went to the driving range and hit a couple balls. Then I fell in love with it.
Cool beans. Cool. Luka, tell me, how'd you start?
So about 2 years ago for me too, and the pretty much how I started it was my dad kind of. He'd always be playing in these golf tournaments, coming home telling me about them, and I'd be like, hey, that sounds fun. I wanna join in on that. So that's kind of how I got started.
You were gambling too with your dad?
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. He wasn't doing that. So guys, what has it been like playing at Classen SS at Northeast and then tournaments?
I mean, it's been great. We love playing in tournaments. Gets us competition ready and ready for our future in golf. So
Yeah, it's been amazing for me. The first few couple tournaments that we played so far, I've been doing good so far, and Coach Hill be here to support me. So, yeah.
Cool. So do you guys have a desire to go to the next level in playing golf?
yes, I would like to play in college. So
Okay.
that's something.
Yeah, me too. I'll try. My goal is to try to get into somewhere like a Division I college.
Sure.
So, yeah.
So we talked a little bit earlier with the ladies golf team. You guys kind of have choose an academic track at Classen SAS. Kind of tell me what your academic track is there, and then how do you balance that with playing golf?
So we're both art. He does orchestra. I do like regular art stuff. But it's not too hard to balance it with golf. I mean, you just got to stay on top of your work and make sure you still get your practice in every day. So
sure.
For me, at Classen, I'm an orchestra major. I play the cello. Sort of just, when I have a concert or a rehearsal, that's the same day with my golf tournament, I sort of just went to my orchestra teacher and, talked to her about, hey, I'm going to be gone for this day for golf, and we sort of just changed the date for the rehearsal.
Sure,
and stuff.
sure. So, Coach, how do you kind of communicate with these teachers, or even if in fact that's a part of your role as it relates to practice and competitions along with what they're doing? So, what does that look like on the administrative level?
Well, like with the orchestra, we've been able to adjust because they get their schedule out a lot earlier than I do, because I
Sure.
don't have a chance till around November. So I'm able to schedule tournaments around there, try to figure out where they're having a concert all day, and we can go to a different tournament, because there's tournaments every day.
Sure, sure.
And that's been the big deal. Choir, same. We work well together. That's one thing. The VPA and us, we work real well together. We send emails to each other, and try to work out what's best for the kids.
Got you. So Coach, tell me, I was an associate athletic director at Oral Roberts for 10 years, right? So I was over academics, talked to a lot of coaches. Tell me the difference between coaching men's golf and women's golf.
How you talk to them sometimes. These guys have had some coaching, so we can do different type of deals, and if they need to be told what not to do, it's a little bit easier to say with them. With the girls, you have to be sometimes you have to be more supportive.
Sure.
But we have standards, and
absolutely,
and we've been able to make them.
Absolutely. So Jaden and Luca, and we'll start with you, Jaden, again. Tell me your favorite course to play and why.
For me, I haven't got any chance to play a lot of courts outside of Oklahoma.
But yeah, and that's fine.
Yeah, but I think my favorite course so far is probably Lake Hefner Golf Club.
Yeah.
Because that's sort of my home course, and every time I go to that course, I always have the confidence that, hey, I'm gonna shoot low today.
Sure.
Because I played there a lot.
Gotcha.
So, yeah.
Luca?
Yeah, fortunately enough for me, I got to go to Canada last year in the summer, and I played this course called Golden Golf Club. It was amazing. It was beautiful, perfect grass, trees everywhere. It was like all in the mountains and in the woods. So
cool beans.
Yeah, that has to be number one.
So Jaden, what has been your lowest score so far?
My lowest score so far is a 75. I shot it at Lake Hefner Golf Course over the summer this year.
Cool.
Yeah, and I played the front nine, started kind of rough, and then play on the back. I went birdie, par. So, yeah, my best round ever.
So that sounds like a great game of golf to me. Luca, tell me your best day.
71 for me.
Okay.
It was at the same place, and
Right.
I just had everything going, nothing wrong.
I love having the 2, but I think my best out there could be a 99 or something like that. So Coach, just tell me a little bit of, what is your coaching approach? Not just communicating with them, but tell me what's the best parts of their games, right? And what
just watch them develop over the years. I mean, Jaden's only been playing 2 years.
Yeah.
I remember his first tournament. What was it? 117, 118, it was, and now he's shooting in the 70s.
Sure.
Luca, he was shooting triple digits early on, and now he's shooting in the 70s.
Mm-hmm.
They followed in the footsteps of our senior last year, Tylen Walls, who's at Virginia State, and they just picked up the mantle, and now we got three sophomores and everything else growing.
Tyler is actually a member of our church.
He's a good kid.
And we have not played with each other just yet, but I've been threatening to whoop him several times. He's scared to get on the course with me right now, him and his dad.
Oh, his dad's an athlete too.
Oh, absolutely. And then tell me potentially what the weakness of your game is.
Based on today's tournament and the last couple of tournaments, I think the strength of my game is probably my headed,
I love golf, right? I watch golf all the time. Man, I just watch it, man. And
right into the ground.
Contributed for you.
I like to thanks to one of my friends that got me into golf. If it weren't for him, I won't be.
You owe him something, right? For sure.
And I like to thanks my parents. They always been support from the beginning. Money, buying new golf clubs, and I'll thank my amazing coach and helping me with my swing and everything. So.
Cool beans. Luca.
Yeah, for me, it's got to be both of my parents. They've always been there supporting me, no matter if that's golf clubs or tournament entry fees or anything like that. My grandpa got me into golf kind of as well. And then obviously my coach, always there for us. So.
NCAA men's basketball title game is set with the Big East meeting the Mountain West. The UConn Huskies manhandled Miami in the semifinals for a chance at their 5th trophy in 25 years. But the Aztecs from San Diego